Filmed in front of a live studio audience at Pinhook Provisions, this is No Huntsville.
We live in Huntsville, Alabama, and there's one defining thing that makes us great. And it's not the rockets, or the engineering companies, or the parks, or the food, or even our breweries. It's our people that make us great. These people. We think they're worth celebrating, worth promoting. So tune in and have a drink with us.
I'm Tom.
I'm Scott.
And Joe has the day off, and this is another episode of No Huntsville.
Yes, sir. So who do we have on the show today, Tom?
We got Pumpkin Blast, Royal Rose Diner, Epic Comedy Hour, and musical guests, the Retrovales. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with the Epic Comedy Hour.
All right.
We'll make love before we even make out. Now I'm up for anything and everything with you. So on and on we sing.
The second annual Valley Summer Brew Tour, brought to you by 256 Magazine, the Valley CW, and Mix 96.9 is here. Win a two-night stay at the Opryland Hotel, gift cards to local breweries and restaurants, and a VIP party. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Pick up a 256 magazine, and inside you'll find the Summer Brew Tour map. Get your map stamped at each location, including the Beer Hop and Royal Rose. Post a selfie with it on our Facebook page, and you're entered to win the Valley Summer Brew Tour, presented by Tyler Mann.
I'm Keith Yeager, head brewer and co-founder of Yellowhammer Brewing Company, here to show off our new state-of-the-art brew house. We're getting ready to launch, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Start off with our hot liquor tank, and so what this does is it allows us to instantly have 32 barrels, over 700 gallons of hot liquid up to 180 degrees, which is what we will use to run over into our mash tun. This is where we combine the water and the grain, which in turn breaks down the starches that are present in the grain and turns it into a sugar. Then once we're done mashing, we run off into our boil kettle over here, and that's where we can boil over 600 gallons of what brewers call wort, which is unfermented beer. Once we're done with that, we go through our heat exchanger right here. Once we're done with that, we go into one of our fermentation tanks, pitch our yeast, and after that, 2 or 3 weeks later, we have drinkable beer, fresh Yellowhammer beer. It doesn't get any fresher than over in our tasting room.
I love you as in this light. I love you hand in mine. We'll ride the sea into the waves. We'll dance till we die.
Welcome back to No Huntsville. Let's thank our sponsors right off the bat. We have the Fret Shop, Pinhook Provisions for giving us this great studio, and of course, Yellowhammer for giving us this beer today. But I'm here with Scott Eason from Epic Comedy Hour. Scott,
Hey,
thanks
Tom.
for coming in, buddy.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So you got a big event coming up tonight.
Yes.
It's tonight.
Actually, this is the weekend of our 6-year anniversary for Epic Comedy Hour.
For Epic Comedy Hour, 6 years old.
That's right. We've been doing it in Huntsville for 6 years.
That's
and
amazing.
We're very excited, and we one heck of a weekend of comedy here in town. We literally have performers from all over the country, 20-plus comedians.
Nice. Well, let's start off. Where's all this happening?
This is all happening at the Flying Monkey Theater at the Low Mill, where we've had our show since its inception.
Right.
Excellent venue.
It's a great venue. I mean,
yeah.
that area, the Flying Monkey is really nice. Big old
Yes.
stage, lots of seating and the whole
Oh,
thing.
it's perfect. It's a small theater, so
Right.
I mean we get 250-plus people in there for our shows.
Wow.
It's great. And the Low Mill is actually the largest independently owned art center in the country, so it's kind of a jewel in the rough here in Huntsville. So
It's the cultural, to me, I always say it's the cultural center of Huntsville.
It really is.
Because it has
really is.
100 or so, or I think it's even more now, art studios, from glass blowing to painting to everything. They got a whiskey distillery there.
I know.
I mean, it's just amazing.
Pretty much everything you want.
It's all in one place.
They have it, or they're going to have it at the
And
Low
that's
Mill.
why this makes it such a great venue. But
Yeah.
have you had it there every year? Or is it?
We have never moved from there. We had our
Okay,
first
there you
show
go.
there in July of 2011, and now in July 2017, we're still going strong.
Bigger and better.
Love that venue. They've been integral to our success, and we love partnering with them, so it'll always be at the Low Mill.
Okay, so what time does it start tonight?
8 p.m. We actually have 2 shows scheduled tonight. The first show is a show called Late Late Breakfast, which is it's hard to define. Let's just say it pushed the limits of comedy.
All right.
We'll have 15 performers on that show. And that show, they just recently recorded their pilot. They are a show based out of Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, really?
And that pilot is airing at the New York Television Festival. And it is probably one of the hottest and most popular theme shows in the country right now. We're very proud to have them here in Huntsville. It's run by two great comedians, Danny Maupin and Tyler Jackson out of Chicago, Illinois, that are bringing the show to us here in Huntsville. So we're very excited about that. 15 different performers will grace the stage.
Wow.
Then after that show wraps up, we're moving into our headliner show, which we have Billy Wayne Davis headlining. Billy Wayne Davis is a great comedian, originally from Tennessee. He's been on Conan O'Brien. He's worked with Morgan Spurlock. He's been on True TV, CMT. He was the opening act for Sturgill Simpson on Sturgill Simpson Tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you're a Sturgill fan, then you'll love Billy Wayne. He was on Last Comic Standing, and more credits than I can ever mention. Billy Wayne's a fantastic comedian. We've had him here before. We're very happy to have him back to headline our show.
And now he gets to put Epic Comedy Hour in his resume.
Exactly. So we have two shows at 8 p.m. and at 10 p.m. And we will have walk-up tickets available for both those shows at $10 each.
Right.
Or you can still visit the Epic Comedy Hour website at epiccomedyhour.com, or find us on Facebook at Epic Comedy Hour, and you can purchase a pass for $20. That actually will get you into all the shows. And a little TV secret, this is happening before the show, so we actually have a show Friday too. I don't know why I'm saying that, but we do. So we have a whole weekend of shows. Those weekend passes are going to be available. But if you're watching this Saturday afternoon, go to Liquor Express, because Liquor Express is one of our sponsors, and they are the exclusive place to buy Epic Comedy Hour tickets. If you buy a ticket at Liquor Express, you'll get a 10% off coupon for anything purchased at Liquor Express.
And can't you bring your own beer to the show?
It is a bring your own beverage venue at the Logo.
Go get your tickets and get your booze and bring it over to the show.
Yes.
10% off.
Yeah, it's great. We're gonna have we have comics from New York, South Carolina, North Carolina, Denver, Colorado, Chicago, Illinois, Charlotte. We have all over the place, as well as some local comedians. So lots of fantastic comedy, something for everyone, including a national headliner.
And one other thing we want to talk about a little bit here is that the comedy scene here in Huntsville is just blowing up, and there's a couple different reasons for that. I think because of events like that you're involved with, and then that you sponsor, that you put on, but also we have a good venue now, right?
Well, yeah, we have Stand Up Live, which is...
Who's a sponsor of this thing as well,
We do,
right?
yeah. Just to mention, Stand Up Live is one of our sponsors. Lone Goose Saloon, Liquor Express, as previously mentioned, and Rad One Graphics,
right?
By Mr. Joe Orozco, who I'm sitting in his chair right now. But Stand Up Live is great. They're a full-scale comedy club, which we have not had in Huntsville since 1990. And they are bringing literally the best acts in the country here to Huntsville.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's an amazing club. If you want to see real professional comedy, of course, come to Epic Comedy Hour. But check out Stand Up Live. You can find them online, standuplive.com. And you can see the calendar. They literally have acts booked all the way into December of this year.
Big names.
Huge names. Just next month, they have Steve Ranazizi. Just to name one guy, but they have so much stuff. Check out Stand Up Live, a gracious sponsor of Epic Comedy Hour 6-year anniversary. Check them out.
And the scene is getting bigger and better here. We want to thank everybody that was involved in that, but mostly, Scott, you're one of the big reasons that the comedy is blowing up in this town, and I thank you so much for coming in and talking about it.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
All right, thanks a lot. Give it up for Scott.
I love the way we build up to something sweeter than touch. We'll ride the sea into the waves and dance till we die. Well, I'll always swear you.
The second annual Valley Summer Brew Tour, brought to you by 256 Magazine, the Valley CW and Mix 96.9 is here. Win a 2-night stay at the Opryland Hotel, gift cards to local breweries and restaurants, and a VIP party. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Pick up a 256 magazine, and inside you'll find the Summer Brew Tour map. Get your map stamped at each location, including Das Stahl and Earth and Stone wood-fired pizza. Post a selfie with it on our Facebook page, and you're entered to win the Valley Summer Brew Tour, presented by Tyler Mann.
I'm not quite good enough for them, but could you take me as I am? I felt the weight upon the wind.
Welcome back to No Huntsville. Let's thank our sponsors right up front. We have the Fret Shop, Pinhook Provisions, and of course Yellowhammer for giving us great beer today. But we're here with our next guests, Chris and Val from Pumpkin Blast over at Tate Farms, to talk to us about this event coming up. Guys, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us. Thanks.
All right, cool. So First of all, what am I standing in front of? Then we'll get into the event. What is this big thing that I'm standing in front of here?
This is a trebuchet designed to launch a pumpkin at a target like a hay bale out in the field.
Right.
It's the wrong season for pumpkins, so we got a watermelon sitting there as a prop instead,
Okay,
but either one would work, right?
So you got a big event coming up at Tate Farm, so tell me about the event.
Yeah, so it's going to be September 30th, which is opening day for them at the end of September in the fall. We are going to be out there with teams that are going to build devices like this. This is a smaller one designed
This is a big competition.
It's a big competition,
Right.
right? So guys and girls build devices like this, try to launch pumpkins at a target. They've got devices like this and some double this size to launch
So this
out
is
in the
the
field.
smaller version of some of what you guys
This
do, right?
is the smaller class, primarily made for like kind of the high school kids and younger. I believe 12 and up when it starts. It's a 2-man team. The larger divisions are much larger. They're typically a 4-man team. And past years, is our 4th year running. We get engineers, we get professionals, we get all sorts of people taking this very seriously. This is a competition.
How far will this thing throw this pumpkin?
This one will probably get about 20, 25 yards.
Okay.
The larger ones, the longest shot we've had is about 180, 200 yards.
Wow.
The ground shakes when these things hit.
Really?
Yeah, they
Wow. Okay. So the event is you want people to compete, build these things themselves, bring them over there, compete for like distance and accuracy.
Come and
stuff
watch.
Like that?
It's a great day at Tate.
Yep.
Nice. And so
Everyone has a good time.
But this event's all about some proceeds going to the school, right?
That's
So
right.
talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so we use the proceeds from this to benefit the capital campaign for a building fund for Holy Family School here in Huntsville. Here in Huntsville. It's a historic school, and they're in the same facility they've been in for about 50-some years, and we're in the midst of a campaign to build an entirely new facility. So the funds from this will help support that campaign.
And how many times have you guys put this event on?
This will be the 4th one, so we've done 3 years so far.
And
We've had a bunch of teams.
Getting bigger every time?
Bigger every time, bigger numbers of teams, bigger crowds out there. So we're hoping to make this one the biggest one yet.
Where's Tate Farm?
Tate Farms is in Meridianville.
Okay.
You go all the way up the parkway, you turn towards Madison County Airport, keep going a little ways, it's out there. They have
Beautiful.
it's beautiful, huge
Right, yeah.
crowds, beautiful weather that time of year. You can go to the pumpkin patch, you can see the rabbits that are out there, get on the playground, ride the hay bale tractor and all that.
Okay, so if I'm somebody who wants to build one of these things and enter the competition, where do I go to find more information?
You go to pumpkinblast.com, and there's information on there about how to register, the rules for how to build one of these devices. All the information you need is out there on the website, or you can also go to facebook.com, pumpkinblast.
That's awesome. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming. Everybody should come out to this event, even if they don't enter. They should come out and check
Come
it
out
out
and watch.
But please, we need our participants to go on the website, find out how to build one of these things, and compete. Right?
That's right.
Thank
Yep,
you. Thanks for
absolutely.
coming.
So come to me and hold your heart up high and sing to me, 'cause no, I'm not your ghost.
The second annual Valley Summer Brew Tour, brought to you by 256 Magazine, the Valley CW and Mix 96.9 is here. Win a 2-night stay at the Opryland Hotel, gift cards to local breweries and restaurants, and a VIP party. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Pick up a 256 magazine, and inside you'll find the Summer Brew Tour map. Get your map stamped at each location, including Lumberyard and the Nook. Post a selfie with it on our Facebook page, and you're entered to win the Valley Summer Brew Tour, presented by Tyler Mann.
I'm Keith Yeager, head brewer and co-founder of Yellowhammer Brewing Company, here to show off our new state-of-the-art brew house. We're getting ready to launch, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Start off with our hot liquor tank, and so what this does is it allows us to instantly have 32 barrels, over 700 gallons of hot liquid up to 180 degrees, which is what we will use to run over into our mash tun. This is where we combine the water and the grain, which in turn breaks down the starches that are present in the grain and turns it into a sugar. Then once we're done mashing, we run off into our boil kettle over here, and that's where we can boil over 600 gallons of what brewers call wort, which is unfermented beer. Once we're done with that, we go through our heat exchanger right here. Once we're done with that, we go into one of our fermentation tanks, pitch our yeast, and after that, 2 or 3 weeks later, we have drinkable beer, fresh Yellowhammer beer. It doesn't get any fresher than over in our tasting room.
So come to me and hold 'cause no, I'm not your ghost.
Welcome back to No Huntsville. Let's thank our sponsors right off the bat. We have Pinhook Provisions, Yellow Hammer Brewing, and of course the Fret Shop. But right now we're here with our next guest, Tatiana from the Royal Rose Diner and Restaurant here in Huntsville, Alabama. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
I'm so excited to be here.
Well, let's talk about your restaurant for a second.
Yes,
Go ahead.
absolutely. Well, we opened about 1 year ago, and we're a diner and seafood house. You get fresh fish, fresh food,
Nice.
and foods all over the world.
And you can
really.
see here, yeah, look at this,
Yes,
right.
we brought little samples, and you know, my husband is Greek. He's been chef for many, many years. He has a lot of experience. He had his restaurants all over the country, New York, Maryland, Atlanta.
Wow.
So cook different places, and he brings all that experience, and he had that dream to have that Royal Rose Diner that he
Right.
puts all his recipes, all his special touches on the food, and everybody can come and enjoy.
Well, cool, good. So let's talk a little bit about the food, which is the most important part. So what you said, all over the place, Maryland and New York, and of course he's from overseas. So what are the main dishes that you guys serve there?
Well, the main dishes, first of all, I have to mention that we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner anytime. So breakfast
Awesome.
all day. You wake up 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I have your breakfast ready. And you have to start with the French toast. Our French toast is amazing.
Okay.
We make it in the house. It's hollow bread, and we bake it, we slice it, we dip it, grill it. It's just perfect every time.
Okay.
Yeah, you get addicted. Be careful, though, right? Okay. So then for specialties, I would say a Reuben sandwich. It's really good. We make our chicken pot pie in the house too. The biggest chicken pot pie you ever seen, I promise you. Then our country fried steak, something
Oh,
southern,
nice. That's some
right?
southern, right?
Lamb chops. If you like something international, lamb chops really good.
Wow.
Then we have all the sauté dishes. All our sauces are made from scratch in the house, and the dressings too. So it's just always fresh flavor.
And so I think what people do not know about the restaurant also, you have how many taps there?
20 taps.
20 taps, so
Yes.
featuring local beers and beers from all over the place,
Yes,
right?
absolutely. We love it. You know, it's really exciting when somebody can come to the restaurant and you have that amazing food, but you can really pair it with different flavors of beer. And we have flight night every
Yes.
Tuesday, $5 tab, little flight, so you can pick something different. You can find your favorite beer from Huntsville, Madison, Gunnersville, anywhere.
And speaking of that, you guys are part of the Brew Tour, right?
Yes, we are so excited to be part of the Brew Tour. I think that CW and 256 Magazine doing a great job with that. So when you come to the restaurant, sit at the bar or anywhere at the restaurant and ask for a sticker. Get a map, get a sticker, put it on, get a picture, get your Opryland tour. It's going to be awesome.
Right, and then you got a tap takeover coming up soon, right?
Yes. Well, August is just very busy month for us because we have Huntsville Restaurant Week, but also as part of the Brew Tour, we're doing tap takeovers Goat Island from Gunnersville.
Yeah, yeah.
We're so excited for John to come over and do the tap takeover. Then for Huntsville Restaurant Week on the 10th of August, we're going to have tap takeover from Rocket Republic Brewery.
Rocket Republic, yeah.
But also they are releasing new beer for Huntsville Restaurant Week.
Special beer.
Special beer.
Nice.
It's called Amber. So we're going to have like Huntsville Restaurant Week preview and Rocket Republic Amber release party.
Yeah, that
so
sounds great.
Thursday the 10th, come and see us.
So you got the great food, you got the great beer, obviously. So
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about what we got going on right here. So
Well, we're
tell me about this.
cooking. You cooking?
Yeah, I'm cooking. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
We got a salad here.
We have a salad,
Okay.
and we have the base already done.
Sure.
So you know what? I'm just gonna put the glove on, and
Right.
I'll put all the ingredients. We don't have a fire here, but
Your-
we
normally
got
your
some
salad
stuff
includes
prepared.
fire?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's very special. You
Okay.
know why? Because think
Tell
about
me.
it. We have the lettuce.
Sure.
But then we put fire roasted peppers, and it's
Oh, all right,
green
all right.
and red. So you have this.
Some good color in there.
Yes.
Right, right.
Then you have artichokes.
Artichoke hearts, right? Yeah.
Artichokes hearts, and we grill them a little bit and
Oh, man.
marinate them too to give different flavor.
Right.
Then you have onions. Do you like onions?
Love onions.
A lot of onions?
A lot of onions.
Watch me dump it, right?
Dump it.
Okay. A lot of onions.
Love onions, yes.
Great. Then we have fire roasted tomatoes.
Right. Wow, look at
Just
those.
gonna put them around.
Again, more color in there makes it really nice.
More color,
right, yes.
and it's more flavor. When
Sure.
you fire roast something, it brings all the beautiful flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And with fresh spring mix, it's just amazing.
So what's the name of this salad as you're building it here?
Santorini salad.
Santorini
salad,
Okay.
like an island in Greece.
Yeah, okay.
So picture yourself just sitting on the Santorini and eating that salad, right? And we cannot go without Kalamata olives.
Right, you can put
They
olives on
are
there.
amazing.
It wouldn't be
Okay.
Mediterranean unless there was olives in there.
Let me put some more
right.
peppers, and I'm gonna spread some onions, just
Some
around,
more
just
onions.
like
These
that.
are different onions.
Yeah, that's for decoration.
Right, I
Don't
got
tell
you. I
nobody,
won't tell
okay? And
Feta.
the last but not least, no, it's a goat cheese.
Goat cheese, okay, all right.
Goat cheese. Have you ever tried goat cheese?
I love goat cheese.
Me too.
It's very good.
Yes, I just
Wow,
kind
look
of
at that.
put it together.
That's a
spread
meal
it
right there.
around. It is a meal. Well, if you think about it, you mean you have spring mix, but you have all the vegetables that usually you don't get in the salad, and they
Right.
just have super flavor because of the roasting on the fire. And the last, we just sprinkle some almonds.
Almonds right on top.
Yeah,
Man, look at that.
that's it.
That's pretty
Now
amazing.
you can cook.
Now I'm ready to eat. We're going to cut the camera so I can eat this. But hey, Tatiana, thank you so much for coming. Again, it's the Royal Rose Diner Restaurant here in Huntsville with beer and great food and great events. Thank you so much for coming in. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right.
Thank you.
Give it up to Tatiana.
We'll ride the sea into the waves and dance till we die. And I love the way we build up to something sweeter than touch.
The second annual Valley Summer Brew Tour, brought to you by 256 Magazine, the Valley CW and Mix 96.9 is here. Win a 2-night stay at the Opryland Hotel, gift cards to local breweries and restaurants, and a VIP party. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Pick up a 256 magazine, and inside you'll find the Summer Brew Tour map. Get your map stamped at each location, including Redstone Gateway and Greenbust. Post a selfie with it on our Facebook page, and you're entered to win the Valley Summer Brew Tour, presented by Tyler Mann.
I'm Keith Yeager, head brewer and co-founder of Yellowhammer Brewing Company, here to show off our new state-of-the-art brew house. We're getting ready to launch, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Start off with our hot liquor tank, and so what this does is it allows us to instantly have 32 barrels, over 700 gallons of hot liquid up to 180 degrees, which is what we will use to run over into our mash tun. This is where we combine the water and the grain, which in turn breaks down the starches that are present in the grain and turns it into a sugar. Then once we're done mashing, we run off into our boil kettle over here, and that's where we can boil over 600 gallons of what brewers call wort, which is unfermented beer. Once we're done with that, we go through our heat exchanger right here. Once we're done with that, we go into one of our fermentation tanks, pitch our yeast, and after that, 2 or 3 weeks later, we have drinkable beer, fresh Yellowhammer beer. It doesn't get any fresher than over in our tasting room.
Please tune in to Know Huntsville on the Valley CW the last Saturday of every month at 4:30 p.m. And also on behalf of the CW and Know Huntsville, our thoughts and prayers go out to the Orozco and Slater families.
The second annual Valley Summer Brew Tour, brought to you by 256 Magazine, the Valley CW and Mix 96.9 is here. Win a 2-night stay at the Opryland Hotel, gift cards to local breweries and restaurants, and a VIP party. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Pick up a 256 magazine, and inside you'll find the Summer Brew Tour map. Get your map stamped at each location, including Schnitzel Ranch and Rocket Republic. Post a selfie with it on our Facebook page, and you're entered to win the Valley Summer Brew Tour, presented by Tyler Mann.
Hi, I'm Ryan Cheney, owner of Cheney's Gold and Silver in Madison. We are a locally owned business for the past 5 years right here in Madison, Alabama. We buy gold, silver, platinum, and diamonds. When you walk in our door, you know you will get an expert opinion and honest pricing. Absolutely no pressure. You sell when you're ready. That's my personal guarantee. As for me, the owner, we'll make your experience not only a positive one, but also a profitable one. Cheney's Gold and Silver on Highway 72 in Madison.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Retrovales.
what we have wished on, picture what we've seen, and all we believe, but don't picture me. And this time, I see you smile just a bit, like I've seen you laugh and I've seen you cry, but you won't see me. 'Cause we all of us dream on bigger things. Is it nothing to you to see them die? Yeah, we all make believe we're too young to see that life can beat out of me. But I won't let you down. No, I won't let you down. Spit on the stupid bridge that we kissed on, the stupid light that would shine when I called you mine and you'd agree. Or pick up all the pieces we stepped on, all the pieces we saw beginning to fall as we looked away. 'Cause we all of us dream on bigger things. Is it nothing to you to see them die? Yeah, we all make believe we're too dumb to see that love can beat out of me. But I won't let you down. No, I won't let you down. 'Cause we all of us dream on bigger things. Is it enough?